Hello, my peepers. This is Shalene of the Coloring Book Nook, and today we are coloring in Sweet and Simple Whimsy Girls by Hannah Lynn. I could not get to my camera to get situated the way I wanted it to today, so it's going to be like a little crooked. So, disclaimer, this is an adult channel. It is not intended for children. What was I going to look at? Oh, yeah. So, we are coloring tagalongs. Also, my husband is home. You will hear him in the background, maybe. And I have cats and a dog. Okay, so I'm going to start with the skin. And I put them away. You know, I had my Prismacolor pencil sitting here just for the skin tones, but I'm using the Derwent Artist for the rest of the pencils. And I went and put them away because I lost I have the tin of the light tone skin tones from Black Widows, and I lost it. I lost the tin. I don't know where it is. Don't know where the pencils went to. They ran away. Let me go grab my Prismas. I do not know where they went. I've searched and searched for them. Do not know. Okay. So I have the Prismacolors for the skin tone. Do 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 do. So, how is everybody? Today is Monday. I just got home from babysitting. I was feeling lazy. I got home. I told Scott, I don't feel like making a video. And then I came in here and it was like, yeah, I will because I want to color. So, as you know, I think last Monday's color and chat, I said, let's make the whole weekend a coloring weekend. You know, because I knew I wasn't going anywheres. And I just wanted to color all weekend. And did that happen? Hell no. I'm like, really? So, what did I do Friday night? I don't even remember what I did Friday night. I did color Friday night because I was coloring while watching Mrs. Coffee. And I finished the picture in Ayahuasca Jungle Vision. So I did finish that. And what else did I do? Saturday for a little bit I colored in Magical Dawn by Hannah Carlson. It's the picture that I was doing with the mermaid that Laura Colors 2 had done a year or two ago on her channel. And there's 17 parts of the video. Well, I had already done part 1, so Saturday I did part 2. And then I was doing the picture of gnomes in the neighborhood, following coloring with Elena. And so I did another video for that. That's all the coloring I did. I'll tell you why in a minute, but let me talk about the stuff I've been doing. When was the last time I've really done? Oh, the last time I did something was Wednesday with the diamond painting in chat. So since then, I've done quite a few things. So Wednesday night, the movie was on my DVR. It was the Hallmark Movies and Mysteries channel. And the movie was Gourmet Detective Death a la Dante, which has, is that the one with Holly Martin? No. No. It has Brooke something in it, and Dylan Neal. I forget. So I watched that. And then I finished the book A Justified Murder by Jude Devereaux, which was very good. That was book 2 of the series. Thursday, I watched a few videos. So I watched Lindsay's Little Library. She did Bookish Thursday video. So every Thursday she does a Bookish Thursday video, and it's always a different discussion on books. Okay. I watched Anxiety Art Adventures. She did a video sharing my stash and whip in chat. So she was showing all of her diamond painting stash. Okay. Just doing a light layer here. I'm not sure what this is here. Looks like it's part of her skin. Some of this is part of her skin. I looked up a picture for this. Now this looks like it's, but it shows this being pink. But I think it's this side of this. So I'm going to leave that. I don't know. Because it doesn't have, that's not fat. His face, it's flat there. So it looks like this is, it's pink anyways. So maybe, I don't know. I guess it is her shoulder, because there's her arm. So her shoulder's bunched up underneath her chin because he's there. I watched The Scrappy Fox. This is a reason why I didn't get any coloring done this week. Oh boy. So I watched The Scrappy Fox, and the video was March 2020 Cocoa Daisy setup. And when I watched that, that's when my whole weekend kind of started falling apart. And it has to do with planners. So I will explain that in a little bit. And I watched Connor O'Brien. He is a booktuber that I've been watching for several years. And his was 2020 Reading Wrap Up books number 11 through 15. So he did a small little review of each book, of books 11 through 15. So I noticed his videos have been like 10 minutes long, just short reviews of like 5 books that he read. Every time he reads 5 books, he does a video, and they're not long. They're kind of like mine. They're really short when I do my my reviews, which I haven't done on here in a long time. I wanted to change that, but I haven't. But I might, because there probably will be a change on this channel. And I will talk about that in a little bit too. Okay. There's that color. So I watched Lizzie's World of Gems. She did a video on diamond painting tips. Which I knew most of it. I just put it on to give her viewing. To give her view hours or minutes or whatever. Just to give her the view count. Because sometimes I do that too. Especially if I'm cooking. And then I was reading book 3 of Forgotten Murder by Jude Devereaux. Which I did finish. I really like the series, and I'm hoping that there'll be more books in the series. And Thursday night's movie was Haley Dean Mysteries. And it was Murder with Love. That's the one that had Kelly Martin in it. Because Kelly Martin plays Haley Dean. And these are all older series that I've been watching, and I'm not sure if they're making any more. If they are, they get automatically DVR'd because I have the DVR set up for the series like that to record the whole series. So that is what I ended up watching Thursday night. I got a fly in the window and Pearl wants it. So Friday, I did watch a lot of videos Friday night, because I was coloring. See, I colored more than I thought. I did color all night Friday night, because I was coloring and finishing up the Ayahuasca Jungle Visions. So I did color more than I thought. So I colored that But in the morning, I watched Eat with Kim. She's the only mukbang I watch anymore. I used to watch a few of them, but she's the only one I really watch. And she was doing a seafood boil, which are my favorites of hers. Although she does some ramen noodle videos I like because she adds stuff to her ramen. I know, her nose always looks funky when I do them, but oh well. Lynn doesn't give them a nose when she does her prints. I just find it funny not to have a nose. So yeah, she did a mukbang video of the seafood boil. And then, because I didn't get to it Thursday, and I always have to watch, she's the only one I have to watch back her live streams, and that's Tia's Crazy Craft Addiction. I don't know what it is about her. I just love her videos. I love listening to her stories. She's like Mrs. Coffee. You have to watch her. And she's not on till midnight my time. So I don't get to watch her live. Not unless I'm not babysitting the next day. Yeah, see, now I see that is her shoulder. Now that I'm looking at the picture. And then this is his. Because this is gray here in her picture. Okay. So yeah, in her, it was called Let's Check This Out. So, and she's been home during the stay at home. And then I finished reading A Forgotten Murder, which was book 3 by Jude Devereaux. So I read that. Done with that series. Really, really want to read more if she's going to write more for that series. So they're kind of like a cozy mystery romance type book. And then I read, because Friday the boys and I were so lazy, we didn't do anything. Carson slept most of the day, and Blake was just chilling out in his room. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to sit here and read if you guys are not going to play with me. You're going to ignore me? Okay. So I read Home at Last, which was book 3 by Judith Keim, and I think she said that's the last book of the series, but don't quote me on that. Not real positive about that. Then I watched Crafts with Crashly. She did a whip and chat for diamond painting. That was after I made my video, because I did my tea time video, and then I sat and watched videos until Mrs. Coffee came on. So, yeah. And then I watched, well, I tried to. Jen from Reading with Pugs had a live stream. And I think because everybody's on the internet right now, to watch a live stream for me sometimes is really hard depending on what time of the day it is. Even for me to stream at Sundays at my normal time, I was having issues at like for the first few minutes. It kept going offline and then it started working. But yeah, I only watched like 10 minutes of Jen because it just kept buffering no matter what I did. So I didn't get to watch that. I don't think I want that. I don't know what I want. No, I don't want any of that. I used to be able to grab all the colors that I like. Doing skin tone. I watched Books Michelle. She had a video on book series that she will not be finishing. That either she felt that they dragged out too long or she just wasn't caring for the series anymore. So she wasn't going to finish those. I watched Books and Quirks. She's one of my favorites. And it was her Friday reads. See, a lot of them used to do Friday reads, but I unsubscribed for a lot of the booktubers just because I just did. I can't keep up with all videos, so I kept a few of my favorite booktubers. And she's one of them. Her name is Dee. And she doesn't have a lot of subscribers. But yeah, her and Connor O'Brien and a couple others I've been watching from the beginning when I started watching BookTube. I watched Canada Kim 1978. She is a new one for me. She does videos on melts and candles and stuff like that. So she was showing what she has used so far in April. I watch them because it gives me an idea of other companies that are out there because I use Scentsy. Goose Creek's my favorite. And I use Yankee Candle for melts. I have bought Spireside, and they're okay. I mean, they burn nice in that. I don't always like the scent. And today is Melt Monday, which means I have to go and change out all my melts. And put in fresh ones. I watched Girly Girl Bookworm. She is another one that I have been watching for many years. on YouTube. And her video, it was what she is currently reading. Okay. And let's get a little bit of a pink on her cheeks. And I watched another Eat with Kim video, and that one was Vietnamese shrimp spring rolls. And oh my God, I wanted to climb through the laptop because they looked so good. And I can't remember where she got them, because sometimes she makes her own, but these she bought, and they were huge. I've never seen spring rolls that size. They were huge, and they looked so good. So yeah. I watched Mrs. Coffee's live, and I think I stayed till the end. I watched the whole thing. And I wrote down I finished coloring in the Ayahuasca Jungle Vision book. I just did not upload a picture anywheres. Okay, let's go back in with this color. So Saturday, that was another thing that what I did besides coloring. I did, while having breakfast, I watched the Bibliophile Colorist. He just had a catch-all thing kind of video. And then I watched April Sarah. There is a read-a-rama in May. So she had an announcement for that. So if you want to know any more information, whoops, I didn't do this up here. Go watch that video, and she will have all the information that you need on that. Or you can go on Twitter and look up Read-a-Rama. I've done that a few times. When I first joined BookTube, I did Read-a-Rama a couple times. And then what I did, instead of coloring, I went and cleaned out the inbox of my Gmail, because I had so many videos in there that I wanted to watch, and they'd been sitting there for a long time, and I'm like, I'm never going to get to them. So I was really cleaning out my inbox on my Gmail with all my YouTube. Yeah. And then I have 2 folders, or playlists, I guess you would say, on YouTube. And one was what I want to color next, and the other one was watch later. Well, watch later had way too much stuff in it. And that wasn't just for coloring. It was like seeing how somebody organizes a room, you know, things like that. And I had a whole ton of color along videos in there. I'm like, well, I haven't gotten to them yet. And if I do, I can just look them up on people's channels because I know who all of them are that I like to do the color alongs with. So I took them all out. And then my color next, that thing was getting full. And I said, you know what? I'm cleaning that out too. So what I did is, because what the color alongs that I'm doing with the channels is Laura Colors 2 with the mermaid. So there's 17 parts to that. Well, I already did the first part, so I put in parts 2 through 17 in that Color Next playlist. And then I put in the Color In with Elena, all the parts for the gnomes in the neighborhood. So doing all that took some time. I kind of like her skin. What do you think? She's got a lot of shadow, and I don't know. And I wanted her to be a little bit darker. Okay, let's see. So then when I got all that done, then I watched one part of Color with Elena and worked on gnomes in the neighborhood. And his allergies must be bothering him. So yeah, I did that. And I watched another Coco Daisy. Now you can, Coco Daisy has its own YouTube channel. Plus there's planner people on YouTube that use Coco Daisy and how they use it in all their plans and their planners and their setups. So I did that, and that's when I realized I wanted to watch Coco Daisy videos. So I did watch that one. Then I went and watched Laura Colors 2 with part 2 of The Mermaid. Where was it? I said that I was missing the skin. Now I don't remember. Oh, there. I don't think that. No, that's not skin. Nope. So I did get part 2. So I have 15 more parts to go on the mermaid. Yes, I know. I'm silly like that. Silly, silly. You know, I'm using my Prismas. I was only going to use the Prismas on the skin tone and then switch to Derwent Artist. I'm hoping to finish this picture off camera. This is shadow. And I watched Shine Like a Diamond because she had a DAC giveaway. but I didn't sign up for that. At least I don't think so. And I watched Jeremy's live stream Saturday night as well. Really, I don't really have much of a life outside of the house. I babysit. And right now, there's nothing going on, so I don't really have any stories to tell. Sunday? Oh yeah. Also Saturday I watched a bunch of planner people using the Cocoa Daisy monthly, which I did enjoy watching those. And then Sunday I watched Connor O'Brien again. He did another reading, a wrap up, and that was books 16 through 20. He reads a lot of young adult fantasy. So I really don't read what he does anymore. I used to read a lot of young adult fantasy, and I haven't done that in a while. Starting to get hungry. Starting to get hungry. It's 5 o'clock. I watched Color My World. Her video was, will this channel be a paid membership? Because YouTube now has it where you can now be a paid membership, kind of like a Patreon. And to me, there is too many of you that are on fixed incomes that couldn't afford it. And a lot of you are housebound, and this is your entertainment. And there is no way I would do that. If I was going to do anything, I would do Patreon. And then do an extra video, 1 or 2 a week. But right now, I can't do that because I'm lucky I can keep up with what I do. Now, if I didn't babysit, I would find more time. Okay, there's that. The color. La, 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 la. How long have I been recording? 39 minutes. And we're not even close to being done. Let's do the beaks. They're an orangish color. So I also watched Anxiety Art Adventures. She did a video on all of her diamond painting finishes. So I watched that. And then again, all kinds of Cocoa Daisy videos. I can't even explain it all. It's just, I'll just talk about that more tomorrow in my plan with me video, because some of you probably could care less. So yeah, I will be talking about that more in my planner video. And then I went in the live stream for an hour on Diamond Paint with Diamond Dave. Then I had to go to bed, so I don't watch the whole thing. I always try to get in an hour to give him some view time and a thumbs up. So that was it for Sunday. Today, hold on. I'm having so much fun now with my planner, realizing what I want to do. So today I watched Life, Beauty, and More. She did a plan with me. She lives in my area, and I found her. I joined Western New York Planner Group on Facebook. I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing, so don't mind me. So she had posted in the group that she had a video up, and I'm like, oh, she makes videos and she lives by me. So I watched that video. And I let her know I subscribed. See, I was supposed to meet up. They meet up and do swaps with planner stuff. And we were supposed to meet the third or last weekend in March, and then this all hit with the coronavirus, so it got canceled. So I haven't met any of these girls yet because I had just joined like the beginning of March. I had just joined the Facebook group. I found it. I don't know how I found them, but so there was to be a meeting more down south, like south of Buffalo, and then a meeting more towards Rochester, like in Henrietta. So I was going to go because I would like to meet planner people. I'm sure I could learn a few more things. But that got canceled. So she had posted yesterday in the group that she had a video up, and I'm like, oh, someone that makes planner videos that lives by me. So yeah, had to watch it. I watched Lavella's Coloring, and she tagged me. So I have to do a video on this. And it says it's the 5 coloring books in quarantine tag. But see, I'm not quarantined. I am still babysitting, so I'm gone a lot. So I am not coloring like a lot of you are that aren't working. Otherwise, I would love it. I would probably get more stuff done, more coloring. But I have to babysit, so I could not color like you guys. And I am going to use my blender when I'm done with this picture because I don't like this paper. Yeah. She did a galaxy like type background. That's really cool. These guys, they're like grays. Okay. So yeah, Lavella tagged me, so I will be making a video of that. I watched Callie Huza. She did an April 2020 setup in her Foxy Fix. I believe she was using the Cocoa Daisy. I'm just doing a base of this color. I watched Girly Girl Bookworm. She told about all of her unread books that are physical books sitting on her shelves. She did not include her ebooks. Oh, I read a really good, like, thriller type, not scary, more like a psychological thriller called The Apartment by K.L. Slater. Yeah, that was good. I read that today. As the boys, like I said, were just chilling out in their rooms, playing. So I just sat and read. And I read, after that, I watched during lunch the Principal Painter Diamond Painting. She's doing a collab with a couple other diamond painting YouTubers, and the collab is they are doing Melody from Diamond Art Club in May. And that's a Michaelgelina picture, and I don't have that one. I think I only have one Michaelgelina. Might have two. I think I have two. But I don't think I have that. So I won't be joining that. Yeah, and then I read a novella. It's called Rafe by Sawyer Bennett. That's an arc. So that was a really short book to read. So read that today. And I just kind of came home. I finished that and was playing a couple games on my phone until Dylan came home. So tonight I'm going to go through all my rooms, watch out the melts, and watch a movie. I'm not sure what tonight's movie is. I think it's that, what is it called? Paul Bart Mall Cop or something, part 2. I think that's the one I'm going to be watching. I think that's what it's called. I think that's what tonight's movie is. So I'll read the comments from last week's coloring chat. So Lisa Bradley says, I have 2 world within worlds, so I'm going to use markers on one of them. Well, that's a good idea. If they're water-based markers, though, that won't really matter. It's mostly the alcohol-based markers. They're the ones that bleed through. I like my markers for like a base and to use in mandala books. But as far as using them on my other pages, I don't really care to use them in my coloring books. But I do like them as a base, especially like on this paper. Yeah. A Colorful Life says, hi, I'm working on a Jade Summer picture. Thanks for keeping me company. You're so welcome, Anne. I've enjoyed your videos too. I haven't watched any in a few days though. Anxiety Art Adventure says, beautiful page. I am in the same boat, staying off YouTube and social media for a bit. Something is up with notifications since I was not notified last night either that you were live. Love and hugs. Yeah, I'm wondering if a lot of people are not getting notifications because my live stream on Sunday nights, they're dead. I am not hardly getting anybody in them anymore. And that was what I was going to talk to you guys about, because I'm seriously thinking of not doing them anymore. They used to be a big hit. And this year, even before the corona, I'm not getting the views. I'm not getting people in. So we didn't do any Mad Libs last night. We just talked and talked about everything and anything we wanted to. Okay, so this here is kind of dark. So yeah, I'm almost out of Mad Libs, and I'm seriously thinking about not buying anymore. So but everybody likes the live stream. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm having a really hard time making the final decision. Maybe just do a chat. I don't know. I have conflicting thoughts about it. Sherry Roberts says, I heard a mention about tennis shoes. I'm sure yours will sparkle. Sorry about your pencils. Have you called the restaurant? Take care. Glad no one was hurt in the truck mashing. He really didn't do a lot. You really can't see the damage done to the truck. So I don't know exactly how much mashing got done. And yes, I'm doing this. I want to do the double page spread in the new Kirby Rosanis Worlds Within Worlds with the tennis shoes. And I'm debating if I want to add sparkle to them, though, because I don't know. I don't know yet what I want to do. You know, I did not call the restaurant because I don't know if they're opened even for takeout. That I am not sure. Sherry Roberts also says, oh, I'm working on the tennis shoe. She's working on the tennis shoe pages and taking care of her little dog Chewbacca. She had Easter pizza, ham, cheese, pineapple with onion rings. This was a glorious Easter. Last year, you never want to know. Many blessings to all. So she must have had a better Easter this year than last year. Now, I've had what she called Easter pizza. That's Hawaiian pizza, but not with the onions. But that's because me and onions don't like each other. And Louise Nalka says she's adorable. What I was working on that Enchanted Faces by Hannah Lynn. Oh yeah, I did. I worked on Enchanted Faces. Now I'm doing another Hannah Lynn. But this is one of my books out of my 5 that I'm working on this year. Yeah, I'm just going to give this some more color. Just doing layers. How long have I been on? Almost an hour. So we are going to be saying goodbye. Got to go start dinner. I don't know what else is going on tonight. I know I got to do the wax melts and start dinner, of course, and watch a movie. And I think that's it. I think that's all that's going on. So I hope that you all have a great evening. Tomorrow will be planner talk. I'll be doing plan with me video. Yeah. And I hope that you all are getting some coloring time in and staying healthy. Everybody needs to stay healthy. But I'm just finishing up this here with this layer. And I'll put this in backwards so I know what colors I used. I will talk to you all later, my peepers. Love you guys. Bye-bye.